I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going viral.
Yeah. So I grew up playing guitar for many years, and my guitar teacher had a very weird irrational fear. His irrational fear, and this is going to sound nuts, but if he was in a restaurant and he heard the sound of glass breaking, he would immediately have to leave. He was afraid there'd be glass in his food. Now, mind you, the food can be in front of him. The glass breaking could be in the back in the kitchen. He and his fiance at the time, they just knew that that was it. He had to leave. He could not eat. I mean, it was just the weirdest thing. What is your irrational? Do you have any irrational fears like that? Like anything that's just like the silliest or the weirdest thing to be afraid of?
I um I wrote a film. I created a film. It's called The Man with Elephant Hands, and it was years ago. It was 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and the whole film was about a guy that thought his hands looked like elephant feet. So he would hide them from himself and anybody. He'd always have them in his pocket, or he'd wrap stuff around. And in the movie, I got a chance to explore irrational fears. I hate wearing ties. I'm scared of wearing ties, and the guy's wearing a tie. And it was a humor bit in there. A big burly guy was like, I'm scared of butterflies. I'm scared of, and I used how far can I go? I hate lumberjacks. They scare me because they're carrying, just ridiculous fears.
Well, look, anyone carrying an axe, I would say, is worthy of at least a pause and like, okay, dude, what the fuck are you doing with an axe? Right? I think that's a fair question. If someone's carrying an axe, it's a fair question to ask, what are you planning to do with that?
Okay. All right. Good point. Good point. I think it was the flannel shirt she didn't like. And then she took that to the nth degree of, I don't like lumberjacks. Anyway, the point was I got to explore this thing that we call fear, and the ridiculousness of fear. And that movie was extremely cathartic for me because I had a chance to explore my own fears and go, okay, this is all in my head.
Yeah. And not all fears are irrational. There's a lot of really good rational fears.
Name one.
Rational fear,
Yeah.
fear of falling from a high place.
Okay. All right.
Because, it's funny. Most people say they have a fear of heights. No one has a fear of heights. Look, we've all been at 30,000 feet on an airplane just about, and no one's been usually not afraid of that. It's falling from a very high place that people are afraid of, and they get those confused.
So Josh, when was the last time that you were in a play, wherever you were, and you felt fear? You felt like
in a plane or anywhere?
Anywhere.
Wow, it's been a while, honestly. And in fact, the last time might have been on a plane
Me
that
too.
I was flying.
Okay, you were like,
Yeah, we had some landing gear issues that wasn't working out too well. So anyways, that was probably the last time. But even then, I wasn't that afraid because we had plenty of fuel. So I had time to, investigate and figure out how to make it work, which we did.
right.
But fear, I don't remember the last time.
I had, and I think it was a nervous breakdown, probably 7 years ago. And I was in a plane, commercial, and it was a red eye, and it was claustrophobia. It was too many. I was just like, God, there's too many people. This is like 7 or 8 years ago. And it was irrational. I mean, I just got into a mind frame that was not helpful in any way.
Was it a germ thing or just a pure like claustrophobia thing?
It was like, I gotta stretch my legs. I've got an hour and 42 minutes in this plane, and I got to stand up. And the stewardesses, the staff came over and said, you got to sit down. And I'm like, God, go to the bathroom. I can stand up. I just had to get away. It was irrational. It was fear. And here's the thing. And I have really made a concerted effort, probably in the last decade, to eliminate fear from my life. how do I eliminate it? Because fear, I think it jerks us into a primal need. It jerks us
Yeah.
into, or it throws us into, oh my gosh, I've got to fight or flight. I've got to, go to these very primal states of being.
I started asking myself one simple question. When I start to get afraid or I'm not sure about something, I say, what's the worst that can happen? I always ask myself that. And if the worst that can happen is I die, okay. Why is that like the end of the world? I mean, for me it is, but not for anyone else. Like,
right. Well,
really, is that the worst that can happen? Okay. I mean, the entire earth isn't going to blow up and my family's still around. I guess I've come to peace and come to terms with what's the worst that can happen with anything.
Right. You could die. I recently, like in the last couple of days, I reached out to my oldest son, and I wanted to let him know, however crazy life gets, you always got a sanctuary. Come back. I got a place for you to stay, place for you to sleep. I'm growing my own food, and I want to broach the subject of, hey, when I'm gone, when I'm physically not here anymore, this is yours. I want to make sure he knows that this is him and his brother, this is theirs. And I didn't know how to word that. When I'm not here, when I'm gone, when I'm moved on, when I'm physically not here, maybe that's it.
When you've kicked the can, when you take the infinitely long blink, I mean, there's how many different ways can you just?
There are. Those are. I want him to know. This is what Dad means when I die. And I don't know. I mean, I don't think that I die. The energy that I have is going to be in him and his brother, and possibly in the land that I'm leaving behind. I don't know how to broach that. I don't know the terminology yet. So to use. What's that?
I think you're focused too much on lexicon. Why terminology? Just say it. Say what you mean. When I'm worm food, when I'm dead, when I'm gone.
I guess I want to use the right word because I might still be hanging around. Something of me might be hanging around. I have no idea.
Oh yeah, do you think you're going to be a ghost? Do you think you're going to haunt the place?
I just saw the other night Ghost, the movie from 1990. And
For the first time? Or wait.
I've seen it.
Okay. All right. I was going to give you.
No, it's held. It's a good movie. Even now, to this day, it's a good movie. I don't know. I look at it as I have every possibility is what I have that I'm open to.
Would you like to haunt the place if you could, though? If you had the choice to come back as a ghost, and maybe not haunt it, but just to have your presence still be there, would you take that opportunity?
No, I don't like scaring people. I think haunting is a form of scare.
Well, wait. You could be a friendly ghost. I'm just saying, you could be Casper, right? Come on, we'll call you Casper.
Would I? I don't know. I don't think so. Would you? Would you want to?
I think it'd be fun.
Why?
You can just say you can move stuff around maybe, or just kind of change the temperature of the room for fun. I don't know. Keep it interesting.
Do you think that that's happening now?
Probably not, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Because we are just energy. At the end of the day, we're 100% energy.
Right.
All of us.
Right. I mean, that's what I think. I mean, the energy that I'm putting into this, where I live, is something I'm handing it over to. I'm borrowing it from my kids now, which is an Indian saying. It's Indians believe that you borrow the land from your children.
So I know how you can explain this to your kids, what you're trying to do. I'm going to help you articulate this.
I'll do.
You're going to ask them first, do they believe in ghosts? And see what they say. Because you're going to let them know that when you're haunting them, when you're a ghost, this is going to be their. That's how you can describe it. You're going to describe yourself as when I become your ghost.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I could.
That could work. That means you're always still there.
Yeah, which I think I am. Inside them, I mean, inside me are my ancestors, the DNA. I'm Banks.
I'm Josh.
Odd places going.
Bye, roll.
Here we go.